Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Lakna. Thank you so much for tuning in today. In this video, I am going to talk about the 1212 portal we have coming up very soon on the 12th of December 2024. The numerology of this day is super powerful because we have the 12 doubled, magnified, amplified, this number 12, and when it comes to numbers, the energy and the frequency of the number of any day and time has such a significant impact and a message to share with us, and this sort of frequency that we tap into, whether we understand it or not. And the more that we sort of understand the energies, we can really prepare for that and really sort of let ourselves align with what's to come. When there is a number doubled, tripled, even more so energetically amplifies the frequency of that number, and it creates a portal of energy for us to really hone in on the energies of that number and of that day. So I actually made a video about the 1212 portal in 2023 last year, and I recall speaking about some of the themes that are actually resurfacing with me right now, and I'd love to share some of these downloads that have been coming through that I feel like we are moving into. It's not the 12th yet, but we are preparing energetically for this 1212 portal, I feel, with the movement of the planets and the transits happening right now. So a big theme to do with this 1212 portal that I feel coming up is to do with the planet Neptune. And I remember speaking about this planet Neptune last year on the 1212 portal, and which is so interesting because the number 12 in tarot, and you know, in my channel I love to connect Vedic astrology specifically with tarot and numerology. I truly believe that all sorts of means of interpreting energies somehow always connect, and especially these three are what I am passionate about. So yeah, looking at the number 12 in numerology, the number 12 is the Hanged Man in tarot, which is ruled by the planet Neptune. And I remember this time last year, heading towards the 1212 portal, Neptune turned direct, and somewhere throughout the year it went back retrograde, and it has been retrograding for a long time. And Neptune again this year has recently gone direct from December 6th, I believe. So we have only just recently started this Neptune movement going forward, and Neptune is the ruler of the number 12 in a way. It's the ruler of the Hanged Man, which is the ruler of the number 12 in tarot. So there is this energy of Neptune. Neptune is this beautiful planet that I feel a very strong connection with personally, and I feel that is why I really need to share the insights that have been coming through for me. But Neptune, one of the biggest things about this planet is that we, in its highest form, we can see life really clearly through the lens of the most truest, authentic form of love, unconditional love that is not any form of illusion or naivety to like, you know, not having boundaries and being manipulated into loving, but it is true, authentic love, which actually involves having boundaries when you need to, and really like doing hard things and being harsh with people, dealing with conflict and confrontation when necessary with people, and doing these things that may seem not loving, but in your most authentic form, they are very loving because they are the means of respecting yourself and truly loving yourself. Truly loving yourself is also doing the hard things to work on yourself, to improve yourself, even if it doesn't feel good in that moment. You know, things like exercising and like looking after yourself and like eating the right things even when you feel like eating junk. Like, you know, doing those things that are hard that is real love and respecting yourself. Doing the things that you keep procrastinating and putting off because you just don't feel like doing it, or maybe you don't feel maybe you're fearful of change and trying something new. Neptune is true authentic love. And Neptune in its highest form is also very healing. It's about this real wisdom that comes from kind of like this hanged man. It comes from this deep self-reflection of going within, of like really taking a break to sort of hang on a tree like upside down so you can go within, see life from a completely new perspective. When you're upside down, you literally do see through life, you see life through a different lens because you're not seeing it straight ahead, you're seeing it like upside down. The hanged man teaches us that we have these light bulb moments, our aura just like shines and we feel at peace when we take this time to self-reflect and to go within and to meditate and to journey more inwards. And this is very Neptunian, and Neptune, really a big thing about it is our perception of the world and how what we perceive really comes from what is going on within. And life is really like a mirror. It reflects back to us what is going on internally within us. And Neptune really, in its highest form, wants us to own our life and own all of the troubles, the struggles, the things that have happened to us. If we can take back our power by surrendering. You can see this man, he's tied up upside down. Like generally this wouldn't be a very comfortable position to stay in for a very long time, but he is actually at peace. Like he looks pretty chilled out with his leg crossed and his arms behind his back. He's completely surrendered to this position that he's in. He's accepted it and he's letting go of any of the expectations, any of the even the pain of being in that position for a long time. Like once you surrender and accept and you let go of anything that has like any resentments that you're holding on to from the past, like once you accept what has happened to you, no matter how painful it is, whatever has happened to you in your life leading up to who you are now, it's made you who you are. Your pain, your trauma, your like life experiences, nothing is bad. Everything is just wisdom and strength, and it makes you stronger to be able to sort of chill out on this tree without feeling like weak. You feel strong the more things that you go through, and you're able to endure more in life once you accept and you surrender. A very interesting concept is that what you see as yourself in the mirror is not how others see you. You'd need an inverted mirror at least to see exactly how someone else will see you, and still you're not going to be seeing exactly how someone else sees you, because we all have a unique lens, a perception of our reality and how we see it. And this depends on so much. It really depends on the things going on internally within us and our level of consciousness, where we're vibrating at, our belief systems and our thoughts and our feelings towards this reality that we're in. And I do believe that we are sort of collectively creating a lot of our reality together, and there are collective things that we all see together, but a lot of this is an individual journey that we uniquely perceive and create and experience, and that is why we are all unique individuals. This is seen in astrology. Our birth charts are very unique and different, and our life paths and our experiences are so different because of the way that we navigate life and the way that we perceive it to be. And being a Pisces ascendant, I know that, well, in Vedic astrology, Neptune is in Pisces. It has been for a very long time, and so my physical body and the way that I perceive myself, when Neptune goes direct from being retrograde for a very long time, my whole reality about my self-concept shifts. It's like this fog has been cleared, this illusionary sort of image that I've had of myself clears away. Neptune is very foggy, and in its sort of lower frequency, you are, as like embodying this lower sort of frequency of Neptune, is wearing rose-colored glasses and coming from a place of unconditional love, but in a more sacrificial way, in a more detrimental way to your health and well-being and your actual, you know, your authentic self, when you're coming from love because you can't bear to see any of the pain or the shadow that is happening in your life, when you can't, when it's too painful for you to actually see that and perceive that, and you block it out. That is becoming ignorant to the true authentic reality that is occurring. And now that Neptune has gone direct, we will be taking off these rose-colored glasses to see more clearly what is going on in our reality. And this year it's very interesting in Vedic astrology. As Neptune went direct, Mars stationed to, which is now going retrograde, and it is retrograding in its most debilitated sign of Cancer. So we are going back now in time to review, to reflect on all Martian things, the way that we have taken action in our life, where we have been the warrior, the defender, the protector of ourselves and of our life and our path. And in any ways that there has been deception, or any way that we have not been our truest authentic self, in the way that we have taken aligned authentic action in our life, these rose-colored glasses are coming off now, where we're going to gain clarity. And I do believe that this year, this or like moving towards next year, actually we're almost in 2025, but this phase of this portal, the 12/12 portal, is really trying to wake us up to see the things to do with Mars and Cancer in our life, that we need to take off those rose-colored glasses and see more clearly. So this is to do with our home, to do with our family, to do with the way that we care and nurture for ourselves and for the ones that we care about. And in any ways have we not been doing that, and have we not been emotionally clear in the way that we have taken action? Another big theme that I see coming up is where we have to, or where we really can get out of our comfort zones and push ourselves just that little bit harder to reach our goals and to do the things that we know are going to bring us true fulfillment. I watched The Secret recently again, and in that movie, one of the, I can't remember which speaker, but he mentioned that satisfaction, satis in Latin means enough. So satisfaction is enough action. Like, are you taking enough action to be satisfied and fulfilled in your life? And Mars in Cancer, it's debilitated, so it is uncomfortable to take action. Sometimes it wants to be comfortable and like homely and like in its comfort zone of being at home, being with the mother, being like, you know, nurturing yourself and feeling your emotions that come up, which is all so important. And it's important to take note of where you can nurture yourselves more, and, you know, make sure you're feeding yourselves the right things and like getting enough rest and replenishing yourself, taking breaks and enjoying time with your friends, and, you know, doing those important things that nurture and nourish your soul. So the more that you can do those nurturing things for yourself, the more that you're gonna feel like your cup is full enough for you to take more action then towards doing those more harder things that will help you become a better version of yourself, and to become more, not a better version of yourselves because we are perfect just as we are, but more aligned with your highest vibrational self is what I mean to say. The number 1 in astrology is the ruler of the sun, and the number 2 is the ruler of the moon. So 1212 portal is amplifying the energies of the sun and the moon. The sun is our divine masculine life force, and the moon is our divine feminine. So this portal calls for a time for us to balance our inner masculine and feminine energies. The sun can also be seen as the inner light, our pure light consciousness that is expressed through our mind and our emotions, and that is our moon. And so the sun and the moon are very connected, and these energies need to be really balanced within us. And the overarching numerology for the 1212 portal for this year is the number 14. When you add up 12 plus 12 plus 20, 24, it's number 14, which in tarot is the temperance. So this is another big archetypal theme for this portal, is the temperance. The temperance angel is reminding us that right now we also have a powerful connection to our angels, to our spirit team, to our guides, to our higher self, to God. We always do have a divine connection to these beings assisting us, but especially at the time of a portal, it is like a channel, a gateway, I believe, that is open. So this is that angel that reminded me of that. But the temperance card is really about taking the middle path and being balanced in your life. So this requires really balancing our divine feminine and masculine energies within us. So it's a really powerful time to reflect on that. Another message that I see with the temperance card is the angel is blending with 2 cups water, that the water can represent the energy within us and emotions within us, and this angel is alchemizing this energy and blending it and turning it into something new, which can really represent this message for us when we think about the Hanged Man and Neptune as well, is this energy within us that we can transform and transmute. So that requires seeing life in a new perspective by going within and taking that time out to self-reflect, so we can develop the most deepest sense of awareness of what is going on internally within us, what this energy, this water, this emotion is within us. We are literally, humans were made up of like 85% of water or something like that. So much water within us, like, and Mars is retrograding in Cancer. Cancer rules like the moon and the water, and like Cancer is such a watery sign. Like, we are reflecting on the water within us and the Mars related like qualities in relation to the water within us. So that Mars related stuff is like, it can deal with our passion and like what our drive, our ambition towards life, our sex drive as well, and what we're just really passionate about and what like sparks our inspiration. But Mars is also anger and resentment and conflict, and it's all of this stuff to do with taking action and that fire, and even the consequences, like negative and positive, that come with that. And we are supposed to be reflecting on these things from the past so that we can transmute and alchemize, like the Temperance card, so we can transmute and alchemize that energy, so that when we see and perceive our life, we are coming from this enlightened place where we are seeing clearly and we are perceiving life in the most authentic way. Neptune in its highest form, I think I mentioned this, is real, authentic, unconditional love that is seeing through the lens of love, not seeing through the lens of judgment, of, you know, being in this victim mindset of feeling like the world is against you, not in the opposite of that, of being like in perpetrator mode or predator mode, of where you need to attack as well, but being in the middle path of not being in one extreme or the other, seeing that yes, that we are co-creating our realities, and each and every one of us are also, like, we all have free will. So there are people out there hurting others, there are people out there doing things that are wrong, and we can choose to see through the lens of love and compassion and understanding that these people are also in pain, and they're also acting out of misalignment with their authentic selves. So we can see through that eyes of understanding and compassion and acceptance. Real acceptance requires being able to endure and withstand the pain and the hardships and the all of this hard and painful and really intense truths that come with this earthly plane that we exist on. There are a lot of really uncomfortable truths that we have to accept, and once we stop judging them and we accept them and we surrender to them, they don't become as much of an issue. And I do believe that this is what this 1212 portal is about, is coming into more acceptance and surrendering on our path and on our journey, and not judging life as much, not judging ourselves, because then we're not coming from real authentic love. And the more that we do that inner work on ourselves and going within and seeing life through this new perspective, our lives will transform. We'll be able to alchemize the past pains within us and any of that stuff that is blocking us from seeing the truth. Neptune is now direct, so those rose-colored glasses are off, and we are being pushed into more clarity, more discernment, and more higher truth and higher love. And I feel that once we step into this 12-12 portal, knowing, having the awareness of what these energies are all about, we can set our intentions to step into the most authentic path, our most authentic selves, and to see life with clarity and with truth and with love. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you all for this video. I hope that you all have a beautiful 12-12 portal, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care.